if you guys could bring back an alumni from each of the Toronto teams, who would you pick? Yo, that's a good question, King.
Whew.
That's a good question, bro.
Hey, listen.
So
nobody's beaten that 92.
The Jays?
Yeah, that team. I think the.
So
was the last one?
Joe Carter, Robbie Alomar,
and then
Juan Guzman,
and then what was that? Remember there was this white guy who was hitting home runs.
John Olerud.
Olerud,
yeah.
Yeah, that guy
Paul Molitor, Kelly Gruber.
Oh, you're just naming.
Paul Molitor was on the year after, and they won the year after, the '93 one. Yes. And I think Roger Clemens was here too. Anyway, but that team was stacked the year after too, right? Pat Borders was the back catcher.
Yeah.
Devon White was that one. Our center fielder. Remember Devon
White?
Well, now we're just bringing up a whole bunch of stuff.
We're
feeling pretty good, bro. We're trying to watch the Blue Jays tonight.
What's that guy's name? Frank?
Yeah, hit us with some legs.
Was there a guy named Frank?
Frank Thomas?
He wasn't on the winning team, was he?
I don't know if he was on the winning team. I think he came after.
I know he was around the same time. I don't know if he was on.
I think he just came just after.
Frank Thomas, is it?
Frank Thomas, yeah, the big hurt, bro. The big hurt.
Yo, that guy was dirty.
Yeah, he was just a big boy, just smashed home runs, bro. Dave Winfield was on.
Winfield.
Remember Dave Winfield?
Yo.
So we're talking about a whole bunch of Blue Jay people.
So
I guess all of our alumni comes from the 92, 93 Blue Jays teams. Basically the whole team.
Yeah.
Like those guys were dirty. They were so good.
Okay.
And let's switch to Leafs now. The Maple Leafs.
We got to go to 1968.
Yeah, you got to go all the way back.
Or 67.
But for me, Dougie Gilmour is my guy.
Yeah.
Because he played Wendell Clark.
Like
Gilmour, Clark. Like those
Sundin.
Guys, yeah, Sundin was such a fucking beast in those days. You know what I mean?
And Felix Potvin. Yes.
Fucking like. Oh man, there's so much older people like like Vincent Damphousse.
Damphousse. Okay.
Those are going back further.
That Gretzky fucked us.
That was the Gilmour.
The
Gilmour year.
I think that team
was good.
Was a dirty team.
Yeah.
And had we not get screwed, I think we might have had a chance. To break the curse.
That team was really good that year.
See,
so when I talk about alumni for Leafs, for me. Like, you can go all the way back to, like, fucking the 60s and stuff and start naming all those guys that won cups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And those are great. But I didn't really live through all that stuff. And I know how great they were. That's not me saying that they weren't great. Obviously, because they
wasn't in your era.
It wasn't in my era and stuff like that. Like, I'm not saying that thing, but it's just like, a Toronto Maple Leaf to me is Wendell Clark. That is the dude, right? Like, for me, my number one Leaf of all time, I think, is Wendell Clark. Because he would punch you in the fucking face, and then score 2 goals on you too. You know what I mean?
Yes,
and then just run you over too. He was like the working class guy. They sort of always sort of labeled him as, right? The guy. He's like the everyday dude who's very good at hockey.
Yep.
So Wendell Clark is probably my number one Leaf.
What about basketball? Are you picking the winning team? I'm not. I want
Vince Carter.
Yes,
that's
but
it.
I won't. No. When he played with McGrady.
Yeah, the Vincent McGrady years. Yeah,
yes.
That's
that very last year before McGrady left.
Yeah.
I want that team.
Yeah, the whole team.
Yes.
It was great. Antonio Davis, Alvin Williams.
Yes.
McGrady.
That's when Alvin was dirty with his crossover.
Doug Christie.
Yes.
Lockdown defender.
Yeah.
Like a lockdown defender who could hit threes.
Yeah.
Who was our center? We had Antonio Davis and Oakley.
Oh, yes.
Oakley was on that.
Yes.
Yeah. Remember?
I love Oakley because remember when he called out Vince?
He called out everybody. When did he call out Vince? What did he do?
Because Vince was playing soft.
Yeah.
So he called him out, like, you know how after they have the interviews or whatnot? He told Vince he's playing soft.
Yeah, you're too softy.
You want to know what Vince did after that?
What?
Played hard. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, because that's what you need, a veteran in the team.
That's when Air Canada came out, guy.
You know why? Because that's what's missing from nowadays games. Have you ever seen that old Garnett video? It's probably only from like a year ago, maybe 2. Probably a year ago. Where he's like, none of these guys could play back 20 years ago. He goes, go back 20, 25 years, and none of the guys who are skilled on, none could play 25 years ago.
Because it's a different game.
It was a different game. Plus, they had leaders in the room. Like, Oakley was a leader of that team. Vince was the absolute star of all of North America, maybe the world. Everybody knew Vince Carter.
Yeah.
And Oakley came on the mic and said, "Yo, you're too softy. You know what I mean?" And came on. Guess what? Vince played harder after that, right? So, you think you could say that to any of these new guys now? They'll be all up in their feelings. They'll get Ben Simmonsy.
No. Bench
Simmonsy, and then they won't be able to play, right? Like they'll take it all up in their feelings. Like nobody criticizes them. There's no veteran in the room that's been there. And then even if you disagree with him, he'd fucking punch you in the face too, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, shut up.
Yes.
You know, the game ain't like that anymore. These guys think that they're so skilled because nobody's allowed to touch them, right? Yeah. What Garnett was trying to say in that little thing that he did on his podcast was like, you couldn't do all that stupidness in those back in those days. You know what I mean? You think you're so skilled because nobody's allowed to touch you. Back then we had to score that amount of points with guys all over us.
Just imagine. I was like thinking this the other day. Imagine Iverson now, where you couldn't touch him. How dirty he was when he was falling on the ground, still scoring 35, 40 points.
Yeah.
Could you imagine now you couldn't touch Iverson?
Yeah.
50.
Every game. Like, if you ask all the NBA players that used to play in the game and stuff like that, well, I don't say you have to. Just Google it. Because the interviews are out there. There's this whole thing, what do you call it? Like a mashup of all these different interviews, interviewing like legends. Asking what would Michael Jordan score? What would Michael Jordan average 50. In this day and age? 50. And every last man said 50.
Yeah,
he would average 50.
Oh yeah.
If you couldn't touch him, Jordan,
come on.
You know, so like,
I just watched an interview with Mighty Mouse.
Oh yeah,
and
Stoudemire, buddy.
They were saying, hey, what are your regrets?
Yeah.
He said one of his regrets was leaving Toronto.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, we had two of them. One of the ones not winning a title in Portland. Mm-hmm. He's like, leaving Toronto. He regrets it.
A lot of that. Imagine if everybody kind of stuck around at the time. There was Stoudemire. There was Camby.
I was going to say, Mr. Glass.
There was Camby.
Yeah.
You know, then came Vince and McGrady, then Bosch, DeRozan.
Could you imagine we had a crossover of some of those guys playing together?
Yeah. Oh. Like, it would have been...
But like
pretty fucking dirty.
I think all that shit had to happen for us to win the title.
Yeah, of course. Like it all led
to winning,
right? Like it all finally led. Some of the trades led to draft picks that you got to pick, and
yeah,
maybe you use those draft picks to trade away to get somebody else.
Well, that's what, like we were losing so much.
Yeah,
that we had a really deep roster.
Yeah, and we always were in the top 10 of draft picks.
Power forwards.
Yeah,
small forwards.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's trade bait, right?
Yeah.
You know? We only need 2.
Yeah.
So we can get rid of the 6 that we have.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. They went out and got quality players with all the players that we had. Now, don't get me wrong. When we traded some of those players, I was very sad. Mm-hmm. But, hey, if it's to win a title, sometimes you got to break a few eggs. You know what I mean? So,
yep.
I'll live with it.
What about that? Davin is like, it's the rules, not the players. I think it's both. Because if you change the rules, all the players that are stars that dribble around and do all that stuff
couldn't do that.
They wouldn't be able to do that. And they would have to change their whole skill set. Nobody has a mid-range game nowadays except for maybe DeRozan.
I was going to say DeRozan.
You know what I mean? Like
kills that.
DeRozan might be the most kind of in-between player in the league. Like he could have played back then, and he still puts up a lot of points now with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that game would benefit him back then.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you couldn't drive.
That mid-range game is what you needed to learn, right?
Getting elbowed.
Yeah.
And tugging on the jersey. And all that stuff, right? So, okay. Football. Flutie.
Doug Flutie.
And didn't...
and pinball.
I was going to say
pinball Clemens. Excuse me.
Yeah. I mean...
It's good pasta.
Rocket Ishmael was
dirty. Ishmael was good for a little bit.
But the team wasn't dirty.
Well, they won when he was there. He was...
But I think that
because pinball was there, Flutie was there. That was the years. Like, he was there.
Yeah.
Then he went to the NFL, and, like, his, like, second time running back the ball got fucking destroyed.
Because he's like 100 pounds.
Yeah, and then it was like concussions for the rest of his life and never played again. You know?
Well, because you're playing with the big boys.
Yeah, he was a star in Toronto. Rocket Ishmael. Those years.
My favorite play is when he ran the opposite way. Did you see when he did that?
Yeah.
He caught the ball and he ran back to his end zone, but what he did was he ran a U.
Yeah.
So he ran down this sideline,
Yeah.
and I don't think people realized what he was doing because the defense was like, "You're going the wrong way."
Yeah.
But what he was doing is lining you guys up.
Yeah.
And then he goes his way, and you guys can't catch him
Nobody
going across.
Yeah.
He's like, you know?
They used to do a play called the Statue of Liberty when Rocket Ishmael was there. So they would make him like run around and then get to the running back spot, and then the quarterback would step up and do like a spin, like that, and then it would take so much time that people were like, well, he's gonna pass. No, and then it would stop, and then they would just give it to Rocket Ishmael.
And you just run it.
Gone.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember the exact play, but Google it. The Toronto Argonauts Statue of Liberty play. That play was fucking amazing, bro. Like they only ran it once or maybe twice to 3 times a season.
Yeah.
But every time they ran it,
it was a big play.
It was a huge play. It was great. They called it I don't know why they called it the Statue of Liberty play. I can't really remember. Maybe it was because they held it up but held the ball down or something like that, or did something like that. You know what I mean? But I remember that play when Rocket Ishmael was on the team, and they'd put him at running back to do this, or like have him in motion behind the quarterback all of a sudden,
right,
to do it. You know what I mean? So he was running from the running back spot.
He's fast though.
Guy, he was so fast. And for Canadian football back then, he was by far the fastest guy in the league 100%. And the best player, and like he made people miss. I have the Rocket Ishmael Notre Dame card.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, from when he was on Notre Dame. The thing is, it's not going to be worth anything because the moment he stepped foot in the NFL,
he got crushed.
He got crushed, and he never played. He never really played again. So
I mean,
it was like
he was good in CFL.
Yeah, he should have stayed because he would have been an all-time CFL great. Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't have made any money, but he didn't anyway when he went down there.
He would have made money. I think like the top players get something.
They get a little bit of something. But I know a lot of CFL players like work in the mall on the off season.
But I think that's
one guy worked in a flower shop in the Eaton Center.
I don't think that's a good one. It's like the really good, but mind you, that's like 1 or 2 players a team don't have to work because they're getting paid.
Yeah.
But the rest of the team,
most everybody else is like they got other jobs.
They're shoe salesmen, like Al Bundy.
Yeah, scored 4 touchdowns in a single game
at Polk High.
Yeah,
you know they're like insurance.
Salesman,
car salesman.
Yeah.
You know, all these like jobs that you can do, you don't have to do full time.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm going to be gone for the whole summer.
X amount of months of the season. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, but I'm coming back in. What isn't the CFL? Isn't the Grey Cup soon? Are they playing right now? I think they're playing right now.
Yeah, they're moving towards the Grey Cup soon. The Grey Cup is usually like December.
Yeah,
like it's in the snow sometimes. Yeah. So November, December-ish or something.
I always find it like those games that you play in the snow. If you're playing football, is it like playing soccer in the rain? You know,
all slippery and sliding.
And you slide around. Like the game is like you can't really take it seriously because like
it's very slippery. It's very sliding. Like when I used to play CFL rules football, it was bad. Like in the snow, it wasn't bad. But it was bad. But there's so much less passing now, and because it's hard to pass. But in the CFL itself, there's more passing because
CFL to me
those
is
guys
hard.
Those guys are the top.
You only have 2 downs. It's not like 4, and you can kick them 4th. It's like no, if you don't get it in the second play, kick the ball away.
Kick the ball. Yeah.
You know, so
there's some rule changes coming to the CFL too. They're minusing. You used to be able to kick it out of the end zone and get a point on a field goal, still get a point. They're taking that away. They're moving the post back, I think.
The only thing I don't like about CFL
and the field had the extra 10 yards in the middle because they have a 55-yard line. Right? So they're taking that away though. They're going down to the 50-yard line. So they're taking 10 yards away from the length of the field. They're leaving it wider. It's still going to be wider than an NFL field.
Right.
But they're making the field shorter and moving the posts back.
The post is the one thing that always gets me.
Yeah, and I think they're making the end zone 10 yards smaller because the end zone's huge.
Guy, you can run a route in the end zone.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Curl, button hook, like you can
yeah.
slant.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the post being right on the line, guy.
Yeah.
Do you know how many plays where
they ran right into the
post? Receiver's like, I got
blink, slink. Yeah.
And he's just on the ground. And he's like, I'm like, yo,
yeah,
you guys are wicked.
Yeah,
like,
that's funny. Yeah, they're putting it back now though. They're gonna move it.
Man, get it out of there, so we can actually see these guys not
run
be afraid to run in the middle. Cause
you know, I've seen so many times too. A quarterback go back and throw a pass and hit the crossbar.
Ding, ding.
You know, like the crossbar, like it was a clear touchdown. The guy's wide open, but he nicked the crossbar when he's trying to throw it. Or
why is it in the middle of to me, it's in the middle of the field.
Yeah, it's like another obstacle. To get through,
It's like you got if your team has 12, it's 13 defenders.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And this,
they use it as a defender,
because he's big.
When we used to play, teams used to try to use it as a pick. So you're running with the DB, but you're running just past the pole, so that the pole sets a pick for you, and then you could run your defender off of it. You know what I mean? Because you're not allowed to set picks per se.
Yeah.
In football, because they'll call that. Like that's an interference of some sort.
Right.
You can't run a pick play, but you can use the post as a pick.
Is it like basketball where the defender has to be able to see you? Because I know in basketball that's how the picks work. Like unless you're standing.
No, but you're not allowed to cross your routes so that the defenders run into each other, or so that your offensive player runs into the defensive player. But people try to do it. They always still try to do it, but and make it an accident. Sneaky. Oh, I hit him and I fell down. Oh, like he got in my way. Like I didn't even see him there, and I hit him and fell. You know, and sometimes you get away with it. Sometimes you don't, right?
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to run pick plays in football.
Okay.
That's just funny. I'm watching guys, even the NFL, you're not allowed to do it, but they try.
Yeah.
They run these little pick plays all the time.
Well, I always find they do that play where they'll cross them.
Yeah, they try to cross.
So it's like you get two guys on this side, and then the one guy will be like, and then when then the one guy, you think he's going, and he runs straight up the field because you
ran your defenders into.
You guys would meet.
Yeah.
So it's like all of a sudden the defense is like, oh no, which one do I take?
I got? Yeah.
And then you're like, straight up the field, and it's you know, breakaway play.